Mr. Fantasy Baseball. All right, hey guys, we are back. Can you believe it? It's been a while. It's been definitely a while.
It has.
It is the start of a new season. Spring training is upon us. We are excited to be talking about baseball.
Yes, bring it on.
Let's see. You have a shirt on.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize it.
He didn't even realize it. Jeez, minis. He has a shirt on that is significant in that it denotes that he won last year's league. So,
I did. So it shows. It's my A's color green and the silhouette of Nolan Ryan pitching. Vita blue is on the other one. Otherwise, I would match it with the A's colors. But I love Nolan Ryan throwing there. And it says, 2025 champ. 2024. Excuse me.
2024 champ. Yeah. I did not get a shirt. You were the only one.
You do have one.
I do have one, but yeah, I did not get that shirt. But I gave it a second. But
probably.
anyways, you killed me anyways. It was a runaway last year for Peter. So hey, welcome back everybody. We're very excited to be here. Let's see. Got a couple things to go over, and then we're going to get into the topic for today. Is we're kind of spitballing names at each other, and we're going to get just like quick first reactions to it. It's still early. I hope you've been doing some mock drafts, have you?
I have been doing a few mock drafts. We know where we're drafting in our upcoming league. Again, we play in a 10-team total points league, not a roto league. So it's a little different than most leagues.
Yeah.
In terms of scoring. Scoring's a little bit different. Strikeouts, batting strikeouts, or strikeouts for batters are negative points. So it's important to kind of avoid those kind of things.
If at all possible. But yes, we are a 10-team, not 10-team points league, and we're and I guess you can kind of say pitching heavy in a sense.
Yeah, because wins count a lot, saves count a lot, both 10 points, and so yeah.
So anyway, we have 25 men on our roster. You can have, and we bat 10, 11 guys. We have 2 utility guys.
Yep.
So it's a very full game in that there's a lot of players to be working on.
Not a full season, not a weekly thing. So it's
every day is you just keep getting more points.
Yep.
So anyways. Yeah, and then there's days where you get negative points.
Yes, that does happen. We should say, so this is the first weekend, so spring training has just begun. So I think the first game was was it Friday? I think it was Friday.
I think Friday, yeah.
And so, we're just into our third day of spring training. We draft a little less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm on my page right now. I can tell you exactly when.
Yeah, I think it's like 18 days or something like that.
18 days, yeah.
There you go. And how many hours,
Christmas,
how many minutes?
Exactly. Yeah, 18 days, 20 hours, 52 minutes,
there you go.
32 seconds.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're in a 10-team league. We've got a lot of our friends that are in it. And then our one friend in particular, his name is Jay. I used to not say names, now I just say names. I don't care anymore. But Jay, I will say, laid quite an interesting bet last year. We were at March Madness in the fabulous Reno, Nevada, and he laid a sweet bet. And Peter loves what took place when he went to go cash in his ticket.
Well, it's just a funny story because it was a good bet because it's in March, season hasn't started yet. And so he laid,
again, last year,
in March of last year. So
before the
season, he put $20 down for Tariq Skubal, that would win the Cy Young. So $20, boom.
Great
bet. Lo and behold, good bet. Ends up winning.
Yeah.
I was on my team, by the way. I drafted the 4th pick.
Yeah. Didn't see that coming at all, by the way. But go, see.
I'm good.
Yeah, second place. There you go.
Well, I knew he would be good. Lots of strikeouts. Certainly didn't think he'd win the Cy Young, but nonetheless wins the bet. And so he just recently collected. He waited until we live about 2 hours from Reno, so it wasn't like he could just jot down to the casino and pick up his winnings. So he just did it a couple weeks ago, and so he was very excited.
I was too. I was like, dude, good for you, man.
So he ended up winning, I think, $220. I thought I think it should be more than that.
I think so.
But it was it's 200 plus, 220, I think. So he walks in very pridefully and has his ticket, and he's all excited. And
it was like a Tuesday night. It wasn't super busy.
Correct. Pretty slow. That's a good point. And so he kind of slides the ticket on over to the it's not a book,
person at the sports book.
Yeah. And he's kind of maybe like, say, take a look, He thought maybe that the guy behind the counter might show some sort of hey, attaboy, nice work.
Impressive. Yeah, something.
Nothing whatsoever. He said he didn't even make eye contact with him. Reached into the register, boom. Didn't say a word to him. Zero eye contact.
It's not very nice.
It's not very nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not.
that's. I mean, and I'm assuming he didn't tip him much either. So there you go.
Yeah. So Jay let us know. It's like, God, I just picked up my winnings. It's like you think you would have gotten some sort of credit.
That is
Like,
very Jay,
not
by
even,
the way,
not,
too.
Forget.
Yeah.
Get eye contact. Let alone like, hey.
It's
guess
like
what?
reading a book. It's just like, listen.
Yeah. No. Again, that's eye
Yeah.
contact. Didn't even look at him.
Yeah, there you go.
Kind of funny.
Um,
And he was someone who just was not happy about that.
yeah, that was very ridiculous. And meanwhile, we met up last weekend to go over our draft pick orders.
Correct.
And we what do you call it? Reenacted it quite a few times, and he
Yeah.
too. Yeah, and he was
So him walking in pridefully, chest puffed out. Yeah. But
okay. Book.
yeah.
There you go. Very funny, love
Fun
it.
meeting.
So yeah, well, hopefully Jay will play some good bets again this year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
As far as today's topic, we're going with kind of a spitballing names at each other. We're getting first reactions to kind of see what each of us think, and then from there we'll kind of talk a little bit about
We
each
have
of the
not
players.
pre-discussed our players. This
Yeah,
is
it'll be
so
interesting
bad.
to see if we overlapped on anything. So I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. So how about you want to go first? Or you want me to go
You
first?
go first. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to go first. All right. The first person that I'm going to be discussing or throwing at you
Yes.
is Alex Bregman.
Good one. Love him. Why do I love him?
Oh boy.
I see. Yeah, I think we disagree a
I
little
think
bit
we do
here.
too, a
He's
little
on
bit.
my radar, but I've done so many mock drafts, and we should set this up. Is I'm 6th, and he is. What are you, 9th?
Ninth. I am ninth.
So I've done enough mock drafts. I've done several, in fact, where he's not quite falling to me. I've taken notes, kind of where he would go, and he is going around the around the 4th round. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of guys in that round that I'm looking at. So I most likely will not get him. My hope is that I'll probably get Jose Ramirez with the 6th pick. That's what I'm hoping, but you just never
Got it.
know. But all that to say is, I love Bregman. He strikes out. He walks more than he strikes out. I think the ballpark shift to out of Houston to
So you
Boston
think that's
is
actually
great.
better?
Oh, 100%. I think it's great. I think he's
Okay.
going to be. I think he's on a great team. I think he's a gamer. Now, is he worth $40 million a year? 120 over 3? Absolutely not. But
Yeah.
he is. I've always loved him just because he's a low strikeout guy. He's got little man syndrome. He's got something to prove.
Yes, he
he's
does.
hard to root for. But no, as a fantasy, he's always been one of my favorites.
I will say though, in if you look at his career arc, he has started to come back down to earth a little bit. We are, when you look at his best season, everybody's, every player we're always chasing their best season. But the idea is in 2000, where did he go crazy? He went crazy in 2019. He had 41 home runs.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh, and 112 RBIs.
That wasn't quite was that the cheating year?
I think they were
21,
around
21.
that for sure.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And he just and he went. I mean, he had 119 walks. I mean, he was just in every category. He batted 296. He hasn't done that since, obviously, but numbers are starting to go, I guess, a little bit. I feel he's 30. He's starting to get a little bit older. That's my only deal. But I mean,
I still think he can hit 31. Probably not going to hit 42, but I think he can hit low 30s.
well, and definitely like the doubles will definitely be,
Yep. And health has never been a concern.
I know. He's always been really good about that. There's that mosquito. Watch out! Can you get him?
Yeah. Oh, I think you got it.
Did I get it?
Oh yeah.
That's all right. So, by the way, new studio.
Yes, that's why we got scooters.
And we've had someone coming in and distracting us. So we won't mention any names, but anyways. So but yeah, we're finally out of where we were. Now we're in a new spot, and I'm hoping this works out. So all right. So Alex Bregman was our first one. Yeah, I mean, I like him. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I'm going to be seeking him out, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Where I'm drafting, he doesn't seem to be kind of falling to me, but he would be someone I would definitely take in terms of I love guys who don't
So
strike out.
I mean, obviously Ramirez first
Mhm.
as your first third baseman, and then you have him second or third.
I also, it's funny, between him and Machado, I kind of like, they're kind of a pick 'em for me. Him and Manny.
Because Machado has stayed healthy too. So
Yes, and I think he could bounce back in a big way.
I could see
Machado.
That. I could see that.
So yeah, second, third baseman, absolutely.
Yeah. And is he gonna? I've heard rumors of shortstop. Is he gonna play those?
Bregman?
Yeah.
I have not heard that. Really?
Something I read something or maybe some outfield. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe
happens.
outfield.
Maybe.
Or maybe you're getting that confused with Altuve. He's going to move to the outfield.
Oh, that could be. You're right. Okay.
So,
All right.
All right. Moving right along. My
Soccer
player to you is somewhere kind of in that similar round, and
Okay.
someone we don't talk about a lot,
Okay.
but gosh, he's rock solid. And that's Francisco Liriano.
Oh
No.
Francisco Lindor.
Lindor.
Yeah, I do love him. or loved him.
What's he?
Lindor, yeah,
Lindor,
it's funny. He's every year.
You know what it is? I've been doing Immaculate Grid too much, and so I just
Oh
used
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, Lindor. Yes,
That's
Lindor,
funny.
the shortstop for the Mets. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, you've been getting what, Mets and Indians?
No, it's Mets and Giants. He was on the Giants.
Francisco. Oh, Liriano.
Liriano,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you're right. Yes, he started with them. Yes.
But Lindor
Lindor,
is super,
yeah,
yes.
he's great. I mean, is he's the first rated shortstop, right?
He is, if you don't, if Betts isn't shortstop eligible, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Lindor. I mean, is he a second round bat?
yes.
He is.
He is late second round, early third. That's kind of where I have him falling in a 10 team.
He's great, and there. I mean, let's be honest though. I mean, he's on the Mets. They should be.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, every year it's like, oh, the Mets, and every year it's like,
Well-
wah, wah. So
Soto, no, they have Alonso.
no, I know, and the pitching should be better. We'll see. But yes, no, he's great. But yeah, it's really dependent upon what you need at that point in your and where you are. But every year, I mean, and not really a health
No,
risk,
but
so much.
he's more of like a slump guy that like he'll have some off weeks.
Sure.
But he always bounces back. He was in the MVP conversation last year.
Yeah, he's
I mean, he's
good.
he's really good in the playoffs too. He's really
I
good.
know, gosh darn it. No, he's good. I like him. I wouldn't hesitate to draft him, and especially when you said late second.
Over Corey Seager, right?
See, yeah, it's the tough one.
See, I
because-
love Corey Seager too.
But
so.
health issues, just
Yeah, no
run
health.
amok.
Yeah, speaking of health, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be my. I would take Lindor over Cedar. Good question.
But it's close.
Yeah, it is close. All right, my second spitballing name for you is a name that. Here we go. Christian Walker.
Love him.
Interesting.
On my radar, big time.
Interesting.
And the reason why he's on my
Okay.
radar, I don't even like divulging this because we're in a draft.
We
is
play
because
against one another.
he is a perfect first baseman that you can kind of wait on when they all go off.
Yeah.
Yes, speaking of age, he is 34.
Yeah.
That is my one concern, but he's going to Houston, which is a fantastic place to hit.
Yeah, no, it is.
And the thing is, I like him because I've had him 2 or 3 years in a row. So I always, and I think he hit 35 last year.
Oh, I got it right in front of me.
He's
He
not-
did not hit 35 last year.
30.
He hit 26.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, but he averaged 3.
He
26?
averaged. I have his WAR in front of me. I don't have his actual average. I might have it here. Hold on.
What I do like about him is he is a power hitter, and I sound like a broken record with the strikeouts, but he just is not a big K guy. And
Well, the
he's-
funny thing was, I always thought he was, and then if you really look at his numbers,
No, yeah.
Well, he's projecting 2.8 this year. By the way, one thing I wanted to mention, when we use the ESPN website, and one thing I don't know about you, but for myself, I do not like to look at projections as much. I like to look at the previous
24. I do.
year's
It's so-
points.
I totally agree
And
with you, and
that's a
I
hot
get it.
tip right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the 24 versus 25 is fine, but that sometimes like you're looking at like there's a player like Junior Caminero who's you have to look at projection because there was
You
nothing
do,
for
you do.
24.
That is something to keep in mind. Don't dismiss it completely, but
Yeah.
if you're looking at, say, a player like if you like, you're looking, let's say, at Christian Walker, it's like, okay, yeah, they're projecting certain numbers. It's like you want to look back and see what he's been doing.
Correct. Yeah. To use the crystal ball thing method is stupid. But it's funny. I was kind of researching today, and I was just kind of going through it quickly, and I was just looking. Oh yeah, projected. So what they do though is here's a way to defend the projection is all they're doing is just using the prior information and projecting it out.
Sure. Yeah.
So
no, I get it.
you can. So I've talked myself into, that projection isn't as bad as I thought because I too would want to go to the. I want to see the data from last year more than what, but they're using those exact numbers.
Yeah.
To just
I get
project out a healthy year.
Yeah,
So
I get it.
the only thing it doesn't project is health.
Yes.
So
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, I think all in all, we'll see. He's the 11th ranked first baseman as it is right now. I mean, what round? What round are we talking about?
oh, so that's a good question. I happen to have him here, 9 or 10.
9 or
10
10.
person. So that means
10
90,
like-
100,
Yeah.
100th pick overall.
Got it. Okay, can you not continue to open the door, please? Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. So, okay. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know about.
Well, okay, here's one. A comparison. Josh Naylor is around the same.
See, I like
love
Naylor
those two.
way better.
Way better. Okay, and they're a picking from
And he's now on the Padres, right?
Josh Naylor?
Yeah.
No, on the Diamondbacks.
Oh, Diamondbacks. Oh, yeah, and even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Padres lose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like Naylor a lot better. But,
Yeah. They're close for me, but again, had a Naylor too. He's a guy that I had both those guys last year. Love them both.
Yeah.
Another guy that doesn't strike out.
Yeah.
Okay, moving right along. Pitcher for you.
Here we
And that
go.
pitcher, and we've talked about him, and you had him last year.
Mhm.
And his name is Jared Jones of the Pirates.
Woo! Yeah, I was just looking at him a little bit
Mm-hmm.
today. Me likey. It's one of those things. Last year, you wonder if his numbers got inflated because he was just new on the scene.
Yeah.
You wonder because pitchers always get a jump on batters when they're first coming up.
Yep.
And so that's my only hesitation. And the Pirates.
And a bad team. I mean, not a great team.
Yeah, they're okay.
Heard he's working on a new pitch.
Love to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he working on? Like a split?
I think it was a splitter.
Okay.
And also, do you know how many strikeouts he's projected to have?
Well, I know last year I think he had about a little over a strikeout an inning. It wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be.
It's projected to more than that, like over 200 Ks.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he pitched like 170 innings and had like 183 or something.
Okay, yeah. So he's gonna. Yeah, I think he'll pitch
So looking for-
closer to 200 and have over 200 Ks. So
Nice. Okay.
that to me rings bells. And he's falling. I mean, in mock drafts that I'm doing in round 15 or 16, so around the 150th, 160th pick.
Well,
to me,
yeah.
So that's like your fourth starter. I mean, that's
it's pretty good.
and that's
He-
somebody we have to fight off. I think our buddy Jay for. Like he's somebody that I think has done his homework on him.
Sure. Yeah, he's very interesting for sure. I mean, he throws hard. He throws strikes, which is nice.
But had some an off month
he
or
definitely
two.
petered out, and I
Yes.
think he just reached. He had never thrown that much.
In May and June, he was like
He was
'cause
as
you
good
got
as
him
it
off
got.
the waiver
Yeah,
wire.
yeah, he was as good as it gets.
Yeah.
So he's definitely someone to keep in mind for sure. Yeah, he's very interesting. Lots of strikeouts.
Just wish he was on a better team.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So.
Okay, speaking of pitchers, I'll give you
Yes,
my.
let's go.
This is my last player for you today. His name is Roki Sasaki.
Yeah.
That's what I figured you'd say.
I don't like drafting pitchers with zero.
I know. Like
y-
innings pitched in the MLB and MLB.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's on a great team, obviously, but
Yeah.
I have no interest, zero, because there's just so many safer picks.
No, agreed. And there's guys that are going to make like 25, 30
Yeah.
starts. You don't know how many starts he's going to make.
Exactly. So it's just the unknown factor to me is
He's
it's just
23.
too much of a risk.
He's super young. I mean, he signed
Yeah.
up for so much money. But I will say, he had a season in Japan. He was averaging 13 strikeouts a game.
I know, yeah, and that's the thing that you get. Yeah, you look at that and you get. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
you start
it's-
like salivating. Of course, he's not as small. I thought he was a small guy. He's actually 6'2", so he is
I
a
heard
little bit
he's
bigger.
on the bigger side.
But yeah, just the idea that he had a 19 strikeout perfect game in 2022.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So he was 20, 21
Something
when
like
he did
that. Yeah. So he's
gosh.
super young. That's the only thing. I think if you're a keeper league, of course you look to him. But here's the other thing that does scare me off a little bit with Japanese pitchers is, again, 6-man rotation. So they have this,
Exactly.
and so that's like locked in. They do not change.
And they're
from
not
that.
major league hitters. I mean, yes, they're.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, the Japanese
Are very good.
are
Of course.
Yeah, but it's just a different game. So
Yeah.
I want to see it before I invest in early pick. I think he's just going to go way too high.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because he's projecting, I think, around 11th, 12th round.
Yeah, so like 110, 120 pick.
Yeah.
I just think
There's just no way.
Jared Jones would be a much safer
Yeah.
pick. I mean, Pirates versus Dodgers, you kind of roll your eyes. And
Yeah.
maybe a year from now, I'll be going, oh my gosh, when we did that podcast and you took Jared Jones over Sasaki. I mean, how stupid.
Yeah.
But it's just not, I'm just not convinced yet. Now, Kodai Senga, on the other hand, has
Yeah.
done it. He's an injury concern, but he's
Yeah.
done it. And so he knows how to pitch in the major leagues. He's done it. So
No doubt.
he's someone who intrigues me.
Yeah. Well, but so my thing would be, if anything, you're right, because he's going to get a lot of hype. He's going to get probably drafted too early. But if he's sitting there still in like 14, 15, here's the thing. I do think you can capitalize on the fact that, again, just like Jared Jones last year, he's new to the league.
Yeah.
Hitters are going to be trying to play catch up. So he's going to probably get
He's
some
going to have that
early-
edge. Yeah.
He's going to have, to begin with. So having him those first couple months could be valuable for you.
True.
So.
But I just think there's safer guys around that time.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
And listen, and again, pitching for the Dodgers will probably get a ton of wins. But I mean, will he go deep? Will he just
Yeah,
go 5
exactly.
innings? I could see the Dodgers doing something funky. And just
Well,
picking
he's
four
never
innings.
pitched over 100, over 120 innings. So
Yeah,
he's-
see, that's another thing.
he's
It's
gonna
like,
have-
I like durability because in our
he's
league
gonna
we get
have-
points for innings too. So
yeah. Well, for every out, yeah.
Yeah.
you can make. So yeah. We'll see. All right, who do you got? Who's your last one?
Okay, so on that note, so my last guy is, and I thought you were going to say this guy. You were going to say this guy for me.
Mm.
And I'm kind of surprised you didn't. Excuse me. And that person is Spencer Strider.
Oh, I was just reading something about him today. The latest update.
Yeah.
He's feeling good.
Okay.
And so far, so good. I mean, he's hitting all his like milestones and marks.
Uh-huh.
But I have a hard time with guys coming off heavy surgery like that. It wasn't Tommy John surgery though, right?
Wasn't it?
It was elbow.
Oh, it was
surgery.
elbow. Right. I was just going to say, yeah, it
So
was
it's,
elbow.
it's, so
Correct.
it's not
a little
Tommy
bit
John,
different.
so there is a little bit of difference there. Tommy John, I really steer clear of guys that are coming off of that. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know.
He's projected to go, and this is what's crazy, and he's like the 190th, 195, 200
Wow.
player that late. So
Like
I don't think
19th round.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
In a 10.
Yeah.
10 person. But there's no way he sticks around. I think someone is going to reach for him like with their third starter.
Yeah, I could see that.
Early, sure.
I'm sure that sound will be great on hopefully we can. Oh yeah, that door creaking. Hey, can you please close the door, please? We're almost done. Thank you. No, stop, please. Thank you. Anyways, back to the to pitching and hitting. By the way,
Yes.
And we talked about this. Pitching. I mean, especially for us, there is, and I've really looked at this. There is a ton of pitching.
Yes.
I mean, and so Peter's always giving me a hard time about not taking because I'm always taking pictures. I'm always really pitcher oriented, but it's like
Kids, you need a balanced lineup. What do I always
you do need a balanced lineup, and it's like, and there's so few good hitters. The difference is pretty jarring. So it's
You gotta have a balance. You gotta have some
I mean,
offense. And that's one reason not to take. That's why I'm debating with my 6th pick. If Skubal comes to me,
that's crazy.
I may just pass him to
You
the
might
next
pass.
guy and take Mookie Betts or Jose Ramirez, someone that is going to be rock solid, and I can build my team there. I don't like building off of starting pitching anymore.
Wow.
But with that said, I'm mock drafting both ways, starting with a pitcher, but then also starting with a hitter. So
Yeah.
it just, I kind of play with it. It's hard to know until you do it. But
Yeah.
So it's crazy because as you're letting 750 points
Yeah.
go by.
Yeah.
Um,
And we
but-
didn't even talk about any closers either, so.
Mhm.
Woo. Anyways, all right. Well, we should probably get it going.
Yes.
We should probably cut it off. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, sorry for the interruptions.
Yeah. Gee, we'll have to work on that here at the new studio.
New studio. You was so excited about the new studio. It's so much better.
Yeah, yeah.
And doing it at work and
Yeah. We'll see about that. I'm sure it's really pressing. I'm sure it's going to be really important. Yeah. Anyways.
and we were in here forever setting up. And
Yeah.
It was just like,
Yeah,
it
you
wasn't
couldn't
until-
come at any point. All right, let's sing it out of here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dear Mr. Fantasy
Baseball.
Thanks, guys. See you in a few weeks. Was it her though every time?
No,